The body grows older, but the spirit does not have to. We search for strength outside ourselves in complicated routines and expensive powders, forgetting the profound power in simplicity. True vitality is not a race, it is a return to the source. 99% of people will miss the final food on this list because it is not just a food, but a principle. To skip it is to build a house with no foundation. Humble strength. We begin not with a show of force, but with a quiet display of resilience. Consider the small, unassuming lentil. It does not boast, it does not demand attention. It simply is. It grows in the soil, close to the earth, drawing its power from the very ground we walk upon. This is where true strength originates, not in the spectacular, but in the foundational. When you hold these small discs in your hand, you are holding potential energy, a promise of slow, sustained nourishment. Society tells us that to build, we must be aggressive, we must be loud, we must consume things that promise instant results. But nature teaches a different lesson. The strongest trees grow the slowest, their roots digging deep, unseen for decades. The most enduring mountains were formed by pressure and time, not by a single violent explosion. The lentil is the embodiment of this principle. It asks for patience. It must be soaked, softened, and cooked with intention. This process is not a chore, it is the first part of the practice. As you prepare them, you are not just making a meal, you are engaging in an act of transformation, turning something hard and dormant into something soft and life-giving. This is the same transformation we seek for our bodies and our minds. We take the stiffness of age, the rigidity of habit, and through conscious, patient practice, we soften it, making it pliable and strong once more. When you eat, you are not merely filling a void. You are providing the building blocks for the temple that houses your awareness. Each spoonful is a deliberate act of reconstruction. It is a quiet conversation with your body, telling it, we will build, but we will build with patience. We will build with endurance. We will not be swayed by the promise of the quick and easy, for we know that what is built quickly is also the first to fall. This food is humble and it is inexpensive. This is not a coincidence. The universe often places the greatest value in the most accessible forms. True wealth is not in what is rare, but in what is abundant and life-sustaining. To rely on this food is to practice humility, to acknowledge that you do not need the complex or the exotic to be strong. You need only what is real, what is basic, and what is offered by the earth with generosity. This is the first step to find your strength not in the clouds, but in the soil. To understand that the most powerful changes begin with the smallest, most patient, and most humble of actions. This is the foundation upon which everything else will be built. Without this understanding, the rest is merely consumption. With it, every meal becomes a meditation on the nature of enduring power, contained potential. Now let us consider a perfect form, a singular, self-contained universe of possibility. The egg. It is perhaps nature's most elegant expression of potential. Within its smooth, protective shell lies everything required to create life. The blueprint, the energy, the complete and total nourishment for a new beginning. When we look at the body, especially as it moves through the seasons of life, we can sometimes feel that our potential has been spent, that the vessel is emptying. But this is an illusion of the mind. The potential is always there, waiting to be nourished, waiting for the right conditions to be expressed. The egg is a physical reminder of this truth. It is a complete protein, a perfect package of the very materials your body needs to repair and to build. It does not offer one part of the puzzle, it offers the entire picture. Holding an egg in your palm, you can feel its simple integrity. It asks for nothing. It simply is, full and complete. This is a lesson in itself. We so often feel we are lacking, that we need to add something from the outside to be whole. The egg teaches us that the most powerful sources of strength are often those that are already complete in their nature. When you consume it, you are doing more than eating. You are participating in a cycle of renewal. You are taking this symbol of contained potential and making it a part of your own vessel. You are reminding every cell in your body of its own innate ability to regenerate, to become strong, to express its own blueprint for vitality. The preparation can be simple, almost a ritual. The cracking of the shell is the moment potential is released. It is a conscious act. In that moment, you are not just breaking a shell, you are breaking the illusion of limitation. You are choosing to unlock the strength that lies dormant within. This food reminds us that strength is not about complexity, it is about the quality and completeness of the source. The body does not need 1,000 different complicated instructions to be strong. It needs clear, high-quality information. The egg provides this clear information. It says, here is what you need. It is whole, it is complete. Now, build. This is a profound relief to a mind that is often cluttered with conflicting advice and complicated solutions. To return to the egg is to return to a fundamental truth. Nature provides. Our task is not to reinvent, but to rediscover, to recognize the power that lies in the simple, perfect forms all around us. It teaches us to honor our own contained potential, to see our body not as a declining system, but as a vessel that, given the right, complete nourishment, can always express new strength and new life. It is a practice of recognizing the wholeness within and choosing to feed that wholeness with intention. Simple purity. Let us move from the potential of what is to be to the clarity of what has been refined. Consider the simple curd, or what many call cottage cheese. This is not a food of raw nature, but one of gentle transformation. It begins as milk, a fluid, and through a process of separation, it becomes something else. The essential protein is concentrated, separated from the liquid, and what remains is a substance of pure, uncomplicated nourishment. This is a powerful metaphor for the practice of the mind. Our minds are often like the milk, a swirling mixture of thoughts, emotions, and sensory input. To find clarity, we must practice a kind of separation. We must allow the non-essential to fall away so that what is true and substantial can remain. This food is the physical embodiment of that process. It is the protein purified. When we eat it, we are reinforcing this principle of clarity within the body. We are providing a building block that is clean, direct, and easily understood by our physical form. There is no confusion. There is no excess. There is only the essential substance of strength. In a world that constantly bombards us with more flavor, more ingredients, more complexity, the choice of a simple, pure food is a revolutionary act. It is an act of stillness. It is a declaration that you choose substance over stimulation. This purity has a calming effect, not just on the body, but on the entire being. When your body is given what it needs in such a direct form, it can do its work of building and repairing without distraction. It is like giving a craftsman a clean, perfectly cut piece of wood instead of a tangled branch. The work becomes more efficient, more focused, more peaceful. The energy that would have been spent on sorting and deciphering can now be used for creation, for building muscle, which is simply the body's physical expression of resilience. This food also teaches us about the virtue of gentleness. The transformation from milk to curd is not a violent one. It is a quiet, patient separation. In the same way, building strength in the body, especially as we age, is not about punishing it. It is not about a war against our physical form. It is a process of gentle refinement, of listening to what the body needs and providing it with the purest ingredients possible. It is about separating what nourishes from what merely distracts. To eat this food is to participate in a ritual of purification. You are choosing to build your temple with the cleanest stones. You are affirming that your strength does not need to be complicated. It needs to be true. It needs to be pure. And in that purity, you will find a quiet, unshakable power that no amount of complexity can ever hope to replicate. It is the strength of simplicity, the power of a clear and focused intention. Steady energy. The foundation is laid with humility. The potential is recognized. The materials are purified. Now, we must consider the nature of the energy that will sustain the work. All effort requires fuel, But not all fuel is the same. There is the fire of dry grass, a brilliant hot flash that is gone in an instant, leaving behind only ash. And then there is the slow, steady glow of embers, a heat that can last through the night. The body, like a fire, requires a source of energy that endures. This brings us to the humble oat. Like the lentil, it is a gift from the soil, a seed of a grass. But its true power lies in how it releases its energy. It does not offer a sudden peak, followed by a sudden crash. It offers a slow, sustained release of power. This is the energy of endurance. This is the energy of true, lasting work. To choose this food, especially to begin the day, is to set an intention for your entire being. You are not asking for a frantic burst of activity. You are cultivating a state of steady, reliable strength that will carry you through all the day's challenges. The ritual of its preparation is a practice in itself. As you add water and gentle heat, you watch it transform. It softens, it expands, it becomes a vessel for warmth and sustenance. This is what we wish for ourselves, to take the raw material of our being and, with conscious practice, transform it into a source of steady, warm, and sustaining energy for ourselves and for others. The mistake many make is to seek stimulation instead of sustenance. They seek the flash of the dry grass and then wonder why they feel depleted, why their efforts are not sustainable. Building the physical body requires consistent effort over time. You cannot build a mountain in a day. You must show up day after day with steady energy. The oat is the perfect fuel for this kind of practice. It supports the long work. It does not betray you with a sudden collapse. It is honest fuel for honest work. This honesty is reflected in its simple nature. It is a whole food. It has not been stripped of its essence. Its fibrous nature, which is key to its slow release, is a lesson in itself. The parts we might consider coarse or unrefined are the very parts that give it its greatest strength. It is a reminder that we should not discard the parts of ourselves we deem imperfect. Those are often the sources of our resilience. To eat this food is to make a pact with your body. The pact is this: I will provide you with the energy of endurance. I will not ask you to sprint and then collapse. I will ask you to walk with strength, to climb with persistence, to work with a calm and steady heart. In return, you will become a vessel of unwavering vitality. This is how true strength is built, not in moments of frantic effort, but in the quiet, consistent, and sustained application of steady energy. Primal wisdom. We have spoken of the soil, of the seed, of the refined form. Now we must turn to a different kind of wisdom, a more ancient and primal power. We must turn to the water, to the deep. Consider the small fish of the ocean, like the sardine. Here is a food that carries the wisdom of the collective, the energy of the vast, untamed sea. These creatures are not cultivated by human hands. They are a part of a powerful, ancient cycle of life. To consume them is to connect with that primal energy, to take a piece of that wild and resilient world into ourselves. They are eaten whole, bones, skin, and all. This is profoundly important. We are not just consuming the muscle, we are consuming the entire structure. The tiny, soft bones provide the very minerals our own bones need to remain strong and dense. The oils provide the essential fats that our brain and our joints require for fluid function. It is a complete package of primal strength offered by nature. In our modern world, we have become disconnected from our food. We eat processed parts, isolated components. We forget that a living being is a holistic system. The small fish reminds us of this truth. It teaches us to honor the whole, to understand that strength is not just in the muscle, but in the bones, the organs, the entire integrated system. There is a raw honesty to this food. It is not pretty. It does not disguise its origin. It is what it is, a source of potent, foundational nourishment. To be able to appreciate this food is to overcome the mind's preference for the refined and the artificial. It is a practice of returning to the source. It is an acknowledgement that the most powerful medicine is often the most basic. The strength you gain from this food is different. It feels older, more grounded. It is the strength of survival, of adaptability, of the life force that persists in the harshest of environments. When you eat it, you are not just building muscle in the way a bodybuilder might. You are nourishing a deeper, more instinctive vitality. You are reminding your body of its own ancient blueprint, its own inherent toughness. This is especially important as we age. We need to connect not with the fleeting trends of modern health, but with the timeless wisdom of the natural world. The ocean does not follow trends. The cycle of life does not change its principles. By aligning ourselves with these powerful, unchanging sources of nourishment, we anchor ourselves in something real and enduring. This food is a bridge to that. It is a taste of the wild, a dose of primal wisdom that reminds our cells and our spirit that we too are a part of that untamable, resilient, and powerful web of life. Adaptable form: strength is not always rigidity. The oak tree is strong, but in a great storm, it can be broken. The bamboo, however, is also strong. It bends with the wind, and when the storm passes, it stands tall once more. True, lasting strength requires both integrity and adaptability. This brings us to a food that is the very embodiment of this principle: the soybean, especially in its transformed state as tofu. Here is a food with a humble origin, a simple bean, but its genius lies in its capacity for transformation. On its own, it has a subtle, quiet character, but it has the remarkable ability to take on the character of its surroundings. It absorbs the flavors of the spices, the broths, the sauces it is cooked with, yet it never loses its own essential form and substance. It yields, yet it remains. This is a profound lesson for navigating the changes that come with time. As the body ages, we cannot fight it with brute force and rigidity. That is the way of the oak that breaks. We must learn to be like the bamboo, and like this food, we must learn to adapt. This adaptable form provides the protein, the substance, the structure the body needs, but it does so with a certain softness, a yielding quality. It is a reminder that we can build strength without becoming hard. We can be resilient without being brittle. The practice of preparing and eating this food is a meditation on flexibility. You are taking a simple, adaptable substance and infusing it with the intention and flavor you choose. In the same way, you can take the reality of your current physical state and infuse it with the spirit you choose, a spirit of resilience, of openness, of graceful strength. It challenges the notion that all strength must be dense and aggressive. There is a quiet, powerful strength in the ability to absorb, to adapt, and to harmonize. This food is a master of harmony. It does not dominate a dish, it becomes a part of it, elevating everything around it. This is how we should aim to be in the world. Our strength should not be a force that imposes itself on others, but a quiet, adaptable presence that strengthens the whole. For the body, this food is a clean, versatile building block. It is a canvas upon which you can create. For the spirit, it is a teacher. It teaches that to endure, you must be willing to bend. To be truly strong, you must be willing to adapt. It is the perfect nourishment for developing a strength that is not just physical, but intelligent. A strength that knows when to stand firm and when to yield, ensuring that when the storms of life come, you will not be broken, but will emerge, still standing, still whole. Latent power. We arrive at the end, which is also a beginning. We come to the principle that gives meaning to all the others. It is found in the smallest of packages, yet it contains the grandest of promises. The seed. A sunflower seed, a pumpkin seed, a chia seed. In your hand, it is almost nothing, a speck. But within that speck lies the blueprint for a towering plant, for leaves that reach for the sun, for flowers that feed the bees, for roots that grip the earth. Within it lies all the concentrated energy and intelligence needed for that magnificent explosion of life. This is the principle of latent power. This is the final and most important understanding. As we age, we may look at our physical form and see only the tree in winter. We may see the results of past seasons, the weathered bark, the shortened reach. We forget the seed. We forget that within us always is the seed of renewal, the latent power to generate new strength, new vitality, new life. Eating these seeds is the most direct, most symbolic act of this recognition. When you consume these tiny kernels of life, you are not just eating a food, you are consuming a concept. You are internalizing the truth that immense power is stored in the smallest of places. You are reminding your body on a cellular level that it holds the blueprint for its own magnificent unfolding at any age. The other foods build and sustain the structure, the temple. The seeds plant a new garden within it. They are the promise that the temple is not a static monument, but a living, breathing space where new growth is always possible. This is why so many miss this final step. They focus only on the bricks and mortar. They build the walls, but they do not cultivate the life within. They see the food, but they do not see the principle. The principle is this: your potential is never exhausted. It is merely dormant, waiting. It is waiting for the right nourishment, the right intention, the right belief in its existence. To sprinkle these seeds on your meal is an act of faith. It is a declaration that you believe in the latent power within you. It is the final, crucial ingredient that transforms eating from a mechanical act of repair into a sacred act of creation. It is not, in the end, about these 7 foods. It is about the awareness you bring to them. It is about seeing the humble lentil as a teacher of patience, the egg as a symbol of potential, the curd as a lesson in purity, the oat as a source of steady energy, the small fish as a connection to primal wisdom, the soybean as a master of adaptability, and the seed as the promise of latent power. When you eat with this awareness, you do more than build muscle. You cultivate a relationship with your own body built on respect, wisdom, and a profound understanding of the cycles of life. You are not just fighting age, you are aligning with a deeper, more enduring strength. You are nourishing the vessel so that the spirit within it can burn brightly, calmly, and with unshakable peace. For me, the chapter on humble strength was a mirror, the idea that true power isn't loud, but is found in the patient, foundational things we do every day, that resonated deeply. Which principle made you pause and see things differently?